Be the truth, be the light, a turning point for humanity. There is a massive shift underway right now, triggered not by politics, but by how humanity responded to the death of Charlie Kirk. This is a very difficult video to make because I know some are ready to misunderstand what I'm about to share. But this isn't about politics. This is about prophecy, light, Christ consciousness, grief, and the role of lightworkers in this extraordinary moment of history. We have been speaking for months now about the two timelines, one rising higher in love and truth, the other sinking deeper into fear, division, and shadow. They are still one timeline, but they have never been further apart, and every day the gap widens. In this widening gap, lightworkers are being called into the in-between space, that unplugged, hazy, limbo-like space that feels strange and heavy. Why? To serve as bridges, to help those who are ready step out of the lower timeline of fear, condemnation, and hatred, and cross over into the higher timeline of love, truth, and compassion. And as I was reflecting on all of this, I kept thinking of the great late Dr. Wayne Dyer. On the very day Charlie Kirk was assassinated, before I even heard the news, I happened to listen to a podcast of Wayne speaking about love and fear, almost like the universe was preparing me for what was about to unfold. Wayne Dyer taught that fear and love are the two fundamental mutually exclusive emotions. They cannot coexist. Love, he said, is the source, a powerful divine presence within everyone. Fear, on the other hand, is the illusion of the ego. It tricks us into believing the world is hostile, dangerous, and separate from love. His core idea was simple but profound. There are only two emotions, not four: love and fear. They cannot exist in the same moment. Love is the truth of who we are, our connection to Source. Fear is the illusion, the distraction that disconnects us from our light. And Wayne also showed us how to shift, recognize your divine nature, that you are part of a loving, powerful design. Practice self-love, because when you fill yourself with love, fear loses its grip. Let go of the ego's insistence that there is much to fear, and consciously choose love over and over again. The outcome, he said, is freedom. By choosing love, you become a channel for the divine. You unlock your true potential, your needs are met, and your life begins to flow in harmony. That reminder from Wayne landed deeply for me, because on that very day, I was about to see two timelines play out before my eyes, one of love, one of fear. And the choice has never been clearer. You see, it wasn't Charlie Kirk's passing itself that became the trigger point. It was how humanity responded. Some reacted with grief, compassion, and humanity. Others with cruelty, mockery, and celebration of death. And in that reaction, something was revealed. A mass migration began. People on the lower timeline suddenly realized, I do not belong here. This is not my home. This is not my frequency. And they began moving toward the higher timeline, toward love, toward truth. This is what I mean when I say the lower timeline is emptying out. Those who cling to condemnation, hatred, and abuse will be allowed to stay there, but more and more are choosing differently. They are stepping into love. They are stepping into the light. And this is where Christ consciousness comes in, not religion, not doctrine. Christ consciousness is the natural state of the human heart. Unconditional love, unconditional connection to Source. We are the second coming. Not through one man, but through the awakening of the human heart, through the return to compassion, truth, and divine love. Lightworkers, and many do not even know they are lightworkers, are right now holding out their hands in that in-between space. They are not forcing anyone to cross. They are not debating or shaming. They are simply radiating love, compassion, and truth. And that light is drawing people over. But here is the profound part. To step into love, we must confront the shadow. And in the shadow sits not only our grief and pain, but also our power, our magnificence, our Christed nature. As grief is purged, as illusions fall away, what rises is love, clarity, and the hunger for God. And yes, there will still be those clinging to the lower frequency, hosting parasitic energies, showing us the depravity of what fear creates. But even that will collapse under its own weight. Darkness cannot sustain itself forever. Parasites eventually consume their host. Our task is not to fight them. Our task is to be the truth, to be the light, to rise in Christ consciousness, to choose love over fear, to embody compassion even for those who cannot yet see. How to move forward, inspired by Charlie Kirk. Hold the courage of conviction. Softened by compassion, Charlie spoke loudly for what he believed in, for liberty, free speech, for young people to get involved, for honest debate. Moving forward means not shrinking from our truths, but it also means letting compassion temper our convictions. It means listening, acknowledging when we are wrong, and staying open even to disagreement. Speak your truth, but with empathy. Charlie often challenged popular culture. He pushed back. To follow that, voice what you believe, yes, but allow space for others' stories. Let your truth speak without degrading another's humanity. Remain unwavering in free speech and debate. One of Charlie Kirk's legacies is that he encouraged youth political engagement, speaking on campuses, challenging prevailing views. Moving forward means protecting the right to speak and to listen. It means engaging in discussion instead of suppressing it. It means being willing to face opposition without returning fire with fire. Anchor in active service and influence. Charlie invested in youth, outreach, setting up Turning Point USA, chapters and summits. He inspired people to do something, not just talk. So we move forward by contributing, loving action, volunteering, speaking out for justice, helping in your community, in ways that express love and light, not harm or hate. Stay rooted in truth, love, and self-reflection. Even strong advocates need to pause. We should hold truth dear, but also be willing to examine ourselves, our own beliefs, our own fears. Because choosing truth means not being afraid to say, I might be wrong. Choosing light means not being afraid to open your heart and feel grief, vulnerability, and softness. Model unity and respect, even though divided. One of the most painful divisions right now is when beliefs turn into identity walls. Critique without hatred, disagreement without dehumanizing. Moving forward means reaching across with respect, reflecting that even if someone saw things differently, they are still worthy of love, still worthy of dignity. Fear is the illusion, love is the truth. And this moment in history is the great unveiling of that choice. The timelines are splitting, the grief is purging, the shadow is dissolving, humanity is rising. If we live like this, then we are doing more than remembering one man. We are turning his passing into something that advances love, truth, and light. So as you go forward today, ask yourself, where can I hold my beliefs with more humility? Where can I let my compassion lead, even in disagreement? Where can I speak with courage and kindness? How can I choose truth without burning bridges? Let that be our guide. Let that be our prayer. Let that be our way forward. Because in the end, though we won't all walk the same paths, we can walk together in love. And this is the choice before us now, to remain in fear or to rise in love, to cling to the shadows or to stand in the light, to curse the darkness or to become the flame. The timelines are splitting. Humanity is rising. Christ consciousness is returning through us. So rise. Rise with compassion. Rise with truth. Rise with love. Be the truth. Be the light. Be the love the world has been desperately waiting for.